Good morning, everybody. That's right, it's your boy Roy. Will be Roy coming back at you from the lovely Las Vegas, Nevada. Time is currently 2:30 in the a.m.s, and we are a nice, cool 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Once again, we're not in Canada. We don't do Celsius. But as you see by the title of this video, gig worker safety tips. Yes, we got a lot of gig workers or gig tubers out here talking about safety, 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 but I don't really see anybody giving you good tips. So, as somebody with experience driving rideshare and doing food delivery, these are going to be generalized tips that will definitely help you out should the need arise. So you can apply them to either or. So, tip number one. But this is before you even get in the car. If you're a current gig worker or you're thinking about becoming a gig worker, really have the mindset that this is something you want to do. Research it. Just don't sign up thinking, "Oh, I'm going to make a lot of money," blah blah blah. No, you need to research it. Research the safety side of the job. And think, is this something I really want to do? Okay, let's say you decide you want to do it. You also are already currently one. This happens before you even get in the car. Tip number one: plenty of sleep. You must have plenty of sleep, be well rested, and have a clear mind. Before you even get in that car, you should not be tired. You should not have a mind. If you're fighting with your girlfriend, fighting with your wife, other things going on in your life that is going to stop your ability to have your critical thinking skills mumbled up. You got to have your mind 100% on what you're doing. You're in a 2,000-pound vehicle. You're dealing with people, or you're dealing with food, whatever. But you have to have your critical thinking skills 100%. And this starts right off the bat before you even get in your car. Have plenty of sleep and have a clear mind every day you decide to get in that car and do this. Okay, tip number two: before you even turn on that application, you need to have a plan of action when it comes to doing whatever you're doing, whether it be food delivery or rideshare. You need to know, where am I willing to go? Which time am I willing to drive? What am I willing to, what are going to be your rules you're willing to set in your vehicle? Okay? And these cannot deviate one bit. If before you turn on the application, you make these rules, you make the plan, you have to stick by it 100%. Because that's how you're going to be able to have your critical thinking skills based on your plan of action when you're doing this work. You need to have that 100%. So, do not deviate from your plans. Okay? If you're in that desperate of a situation that you can't make a set plan of what you're willing to do every day, whether it be go to certain areas, whether it's pick up certain passengers, whether it's delivering food at a certain time, driving at a certain time. If you're that desperate that you can't make a set plan, then you need to find something else to do. Because this is very important to your safety, is have a set plan. Right off the bat, you have to have that plan. That's before you even turn on the application. You have to know what you're willing to do and not deviate from that plan. Okay? Number three. I'm going to have to do two parts on this. Number three, okay? Situational awareness. When you are going to pick up a customer, when you're going to drop off a customer, when you pick up food, when you drop off food, you need to have the situational awareness. That means when you pull up, your doors are locked, number one. Your eyes are scanning every inch in front of you, and you're looking in those mirrors every inch behind you. And you're looking for situations that are going to cause you harm. Okay? If you pull up to a situation, you see a couple arguing on the sidewalk, These are your customers. You need to know that that is a situation you don't want to bring in your car. So you need to be prepared to move on. Okay? Two, or as far as food delivery goes, you go to drop off an order of food. You see the house. House has no lights on, has heavy shrubbery around the front door. You have to make that decision. You need to look at these situations and realize, is that worth walking up to that door? That's why I said when you have a plan set ahead of time, that should be part of your plan. I do not do these kind of deliveries. I'm not willing to do these kind of deliveries. I'm not willing to pick up these kind of passengers. That all falls into your plan. Okay? So situational awareness is 100%. You must have that. And that, like I said, that means when you pull up, your doors are locked. You are scanning that entire 360-degree area for anything that does not look right as far as your physical safety, period. You got to do that. You got to do that. Very important. Okay. Number 2. Once again, like I said, you have to have a plan. You have to know what you're willing to do and not do. Okay. Number 2, once you have passengers in your car, this is more rideshare. Once you have passengers, you need to sit up. You need to speak clearly with assertiveness. You can't sit there and be all shy and act like a baby when it comes to dealing with customers. Okay? A customer is less likely to either possibly attack you or to verbally abuse you when you show assertiveness and you let that customer know from the start that you're not there to cave in and just do whatever they want. Okay, that means sit up in the seat. That doesn't mean slouch in your seat, listening to the music. None of that bullshit. You need to sit up, be assertive. When you speak, speak clearly and at a tone that sets the precedence that this is my car, these are my rules, this is how it works. Okay, plain and simple. Okay, most of the people that attack other people, they're just as scared as you are. Okay, they don't know what you have. They don't know what you're capable of, same as you don't know what they're capable of or what they have. So if you start your off with the precedence that you're assertive, you're alert, you're not going to give that impression to that person that this is an easy target to deal with. Okay? And when it comes to women, like I said, have your plan. I do not want to pick up multiple males by themselves. I don't want to pick up a single male by himself. That's why I said you have to have the plan. So you have to be able to do this kind of stuff. You have to be able to be assertive, sit up in your seat, be assertive, project your voice to let these customers know I'm in charge, not you. I've seen too many videos where these guys are slouched in their seat. They're just blah, blah, blah. They're talking real loud. They're talking real low. They're being submissive. You cannot be a submissive in this job. You cannot be submissive. If you show any kind of submissiveness, you are going to get yourself hurt. You're going to give, if it is an attacker or a possible attacker, you're going to give him the go-ahead to say, hey, this guy's submissive. He's going to do what I want to do. But if you sit up, you're assertive, straight from the get-go, it gives them second thoughts on what they're going to do. Now realize, some people just don't give a shit. They're going to do what they're going to do. That's part of the thing. And that's another thing you have to realize when you choose to do this job, when I said in the beginning. You got to have that mindset. Is this something I want to do, safety-wise? I know I may not go home. No matter what the apps do or no matter what you do, you got to have that mindset that, hey, I might not go home. So that's part of having a plan and having a clear mind and choosing to do this job in the first place. But that's the rule. Be assertive. Sit up in your seat. Be assertive. Project yourself as a strong individual. And that will help also keep you safe. Okay, as far as when it comes to weapons in the car or having protection in the car. Yes, I do recommend that you have something. But most important, if you're going to keep something in your car for safety, you have to have it accessible to you. You can't be sitting on it. You can't have it in your purse. You can't have it dangling from your keys. You need to have it readily accessible so if you have to use it. Okay, that is the major part of having a weapon for safety issues, is having accessibility to it. If you can't get to it, it's not going to do you any good. Plain and simple. It's not going to do you any good. Okay, and it goes the same with food delivery. If you're in, you decide you want to go into the bad neighborhood, even if it's a great neighborhood, well lit, it doesn't hurt to have something in your hand, whether it be your pepper spray or a mace, whatever it is. Just have it ready to go in your hand, just in case. Bad things happen in great neighborhoods. So have it in your hand. You walking up to the door. If you can't have it in your hand, or it's not accessible to you, then think about doing something else, because these are essential things that are going to help you survive should something happen to you. Everybody has that mindset, oh, nothing's going to happen to me. It's always going to happen to the other guy. It only takes one time. It only takes that one time to lose your life, or to be severely injured, assaulted. It only takes one time. Okay? So if you are 100% prepared every time, that lessens your likelihood of it happening one time. So when you're doing your deliveries, have something in your hand. Be prepared to use it should the need arise. Have an accessibility to your weapon. And this is probably going to be the one most important thing. Goes back to the mindset. You need to have it's me or them. It's me or them mindset. Me or them mindset. That means you are going to do whatever it takes to survive. And this is what I mean when it comes to rideshare, even at food delivery. If it means running over a person that's coming up to your car, trying to carjack you while you're making a delivery, run that person over. You got to have that mindset. It's him or me or him. You have to have that mindset. That means if you have to run somebody over to protect your life, then you run them over. Okay? Same with the rideshare. If you got somebody assaulting you from the back seat, you're driving, then it's time to make that decision. Him or me. Him or me. That means if you have to drive your car into a fucking tree, then you drive your car into a fucking tree. First of all, most likely he's tagging you, he's not wearing a seatbelt, which means he's going to get hopefully extremely hurt when you hit that tree, and you're not, because you got your seatbelt on. You're protected by your airbags. And also, not only is it hopefully going to stop the attack from him because he's being hurt or whatever the case may be, it's going to draw attention to you. It's going to bring people to you. It's going to give you the opportunity to escape, because it's going to bring people to you. You can yell, hey, this motherfucker's attacking me. I crashed my car into a tree to get him away from me. Help me, help me. It's going to bring attention to you. And that's what you want. If you're in that serious of a situation, you want to bring as much attention to you. If you're driving in the middle of a fucking road and they start attacking you, you slam on the brakes. You do whatever it takes to stop that initial attack. Whether, like I said, it's crashing a tree, crashing into a fucking car, you have insurance, you're going to be covered. And it's, like I said, it's your life. Your car is not that important. Your life is more important than your car. So if it means you crashing your car into something to get people's attention, and to stop him from attacking you, whatever the case may be, so be it. But you have to have that mindset. You have to have the mindset is, I want to go home to see my family at the end of the night. Don't be a statistic. And you gotta make these decisions before you even step in and sign on to these apps. That's why I said at the beginning, think hard about it. What are you willing to risk? What is the risk to the reward factor for you? This is something you need to decide. Chances are a lot of you probably won't get to this far in the video, because I know a lot of you don't even watch the full videos. I hope you do decide to watch the whole video, and I hope you share this video. We can go into these discussions even a lot more. There's probably a lot more other tips that other people will be more than happy to share in the comments, because I love when you guys share your comments and your ideas. But these are some serious tips that are going to help you survive that night of gig work, whether it's be delivering food or delivering people. So remember, guys, you are the creator of your own destiny. Nobody's going to do it for you. All right, have a good night.